Before I get started, yes, that's my laundry in the background. I need to put it away. But anyways, if you saw a couple of my last videos, I had gone through like a really bad 7 months of I can only describe as archonic attack, just because there's at some point there's too many coincidences and the timing's just right, and they're just these things that are low probability that are all just happening at once, all the synchronicity and all this, and you're just like, yeah, no. Oh, that. And if you saw like my video, I literally got laughed at by either an archon or maybe the demiurge itself in a dream, and that really just got under my skin because it was the most intense attack they've done to me in a long time. Like when I was younger, I feel like I was like definitely targeted, because there was a point when I was like 16 or 17 where, before I obviously knew about any of this, I thought if there is a god, then he must fucking hate me, because I had like the worst luck. Like low probability things would just happen all the time, just like the worst luck. And I'm like, how is this happening? And yeah, obviously, a rough time when I was younger, and just a lot of loose farming for sure. And then I got older, I got more stoic and stuff, but the last attack started right after I started really getting into the whole prison planet theory thing, with the Gnosticism and the loose farming and stuff. It was literally right after that, and then I was like, you know what? I feel compelled to like talk about this, and I started working on a book that's like a main part of the book. There's other stuff in there, but that's also part of it. And once I started setting that tension, that's when this attack came. And I said in another video, the attack almost broke me. Like it was more frustrating because like I knew what was going on. I just didn't have the strength in me to fight it this time. It's hard to just not be bothered all the time when things would clearly bother you. I say all that to say, with this last attack and the whole laughing at me thing, my objective changed a lot. So before I was just like, I just want to escape the reincarnation thing. Like I don't want to come back here. Like I can't fucking do it again. I no, I'm not coming back here. So that was the focus. After what happened last time, it's like gotten personal, because they just the methods, it was just very, and the laughing, it's just too much. Like you're going out of your way this much to rage bait me because you really want that loose that bad. Like you need mine specifically. You can't just go get stuff from like the other normies and just do some regular shit, make them stub their toe or something. You got to come after me with this. It just it really got under my skin. And looking back, when I was younger, I used to get attacked in my sleep a lot. And before I knew about the loose farming and the prison planet stuff, like there's many times I was basically like, I'd hear a voice, like they're laughing or they're snarling or something, and then like, oh, they're always like, I'd feel like these cold hands kind of like on my like chakra points ish. And it felt very like violating, but I was paralyzed and there's nothing I could do. As I got older, it's very strange, but the way that I stopped the attacks was, one, I moved away from my mom, and she was a very negative person, and she definitely attracted that kind of attention. So that helped a lot. And the second thing was basically believing your own hype. Like, you're much more powerful than they are, but just because you have the amnesia thing, you don't realize it, and they put you in a situation where you feel helpless, but really, like, you can get out. They just they get you in when you're vulnerable, because you're not maybe necessarily fully awake, you're not fully asleep, you're in a weird state of consciousness, and then that's when they come after you. And I was always really good about becoming conscious in my dreams, like lucid dreaming, or sometimes I'd astral project. I would get sleep paralysis a lot, which actually astral projection was a cope for the sleep paralysis, because the sleep paralysis was fucking terrifying. But they used to attack me a lot when I was younger. Every once in a while they'll try something, not so much anymore as far as on the astral plane. But after this last attack and stuff, and then I was reflecting on that in my past, I'm like, I don't think I'm focused as much on just not reincarnating. Like, I want to fight back. Like, I want to do something. Like, they've been doing all this stuff to me my whole fucking life, and then I'm just going to walk away, and they're going to continue doing those same things to other people. And I don't know. I'm just kind of changing my mind about it. Like, I don't know how to fight them or like what I could do, but maybe over time I could figure something out, because it's just I don't like it. What like Earth reminds me of is like when somebody is in like a bad family situation, but they don't realize it when they're a kid, and then they get older and they see normal families, and then they're like, oh, that was actually fucked up. Earth is just like that, where just because people haven't seen anything outside of this, they're just like, oh, this is as good as it gets. But if you've astral projected, or I guess astral projection is the only thing I think of, like you went somewhere else, you went to other planes, you saw other things, or maybe you did like psychedelics or something, and you kind of realize like, yo, this is like, things could be so much better than this. So you have the actual like frame of reference, like I've actually experienced it, I've seen it, like I know it exists. Which is what's ironic though is, so I was going through my own little endeavor, and I came to that conclusion, like, you know what, I kind of want to fight back, like I want to figure out something. The funny thing about the astral plane is, when you try to use force, it's like it doesn't work. Like, you get, the more force you use, the more resistance you get. It's kind of like when you try to punch in a dream, like, and it feels all like slow. It's more like you have to like use your mind, and you're kind of like willing things, but it's a skill that you don't really practice here, and so you're not getting your reps in, so it's really hard to do. So like, for example, when one of the last times I got attacked, I was actually watching an anime called Eminence in the Shadows, which I think is a good anime. You should watch it if you haven't. And the main character, he was trying to come up with like defenses for all kinds of things, and then he was like thinking of different scenarios, like what if they come after me with guns and this and that and stuff. And he's in this whole world of magic and shit. And he's like, oh, what if they use like a nuclear warhead though? And he's like, well, he's trying to come up like with a strategy for that, and he just came with this strategy of basically making like a magic nuke. And then when he did the attack, he would say like, I am atomic, and then he'd do the thing. So I literally did that. I was paralyzed, and they were trying to like, I don't know, feed on me or something, and then I just literally did that and just fucking blew them away. I was actually like, I couldn't see, but I could just like feel like they're just gone. That they got me a lot with that, where I was both paralyzed and I couldn't see, or sometimes I could see but I can't move, or sometimes I can move but I can't see. Like, it's always like a pain. Coincidentally, there's a YouTuber named Hyperborean Knowledge, and I've only seen like a couple of his videos, but I'm subscribed to him. But he just so happened to like upload a video where he was talking about starting like an astral war, against the soul trap, and basically he's wanting to do the same thing as me, but he came to the conclusion like differently. Like mine was just like a personal thing. It was just funny timing because it was literally like around the same time where we had like the same thought, and I'm wondering if like there's other people out there that are like, yo, actually though, we should probably try to put a stop to this because it's getting fucking ridiculous. Like, I my whole strategy was try to self-actualize and be ready for death so that when, I do die, I don't end up falling for any of their traps or tricks, and I don't reincarnate and I get the fuck out of here. And while I'm here trying to tell and talk to other people about what's going on, and hopefully in the process can help save other people, and they can try to do the same thing. The issue is nobody believes in it, unless they already believe in it, basically, or they come to it in their own conclusion. Like if you try to talk to about it with a normie, they're just like, that's great, buddy. Yeah, anyways, did you see that the whatever soccer match is going on? Like they don't care. So I mean, I'm writing the book, I'm making the videos, I'm putting the stuff out there. Maybe there'll be some people that are just like, you know what, maybe he's right, and they just, they die one day, and then they also escape. And if I helped one person, I guess that's something. And I think that's something to be proud of still, saving one person. How many people does a normal person save in their lifetime? But I was hoping that like me and him had the same thought at the same time. Basically, his video is actually really good. It's called the Astral War, Rejecting the Soul Trap, and he goes into he mentions like how in Star Wars, Qui-Gon, instead of like going back into like the Force stuff, he like maintained his consciousness and became like a Force ghost. And it's funny because if you think about it, it's kind of like what you're trying to do with the whole soul trap thing. You're not trying to like reincarnate. You're just trying to like maintain your consciousness and figure out like what you're gonna do from there. And he's driving those parallels and stuff. And he's he's having fun with it. But I'm hoping there's other people that are just like, you know what, we should put a stop to this. It's getting a little ridiculous. Like, if you think about it, the modern world is like the ultimate loosh farm. Like, how much loosh could you possibly get out of like medieval peasants that are just growing fucking turnips and shit? Like, probably not much. Like, they're honestly living a pretty chill life until there's like a war or something. That's probably where they got most of their loosh from, was the wars. But now we have these big populations, like billions of people. Instead of like just killing them all off quickly, we can kill them off slowly, and we can loosh them for longer. Like and everything in the modern world is just like meant to trigger an emotion. Like social media is all like stuff to make you feel something emotionally. Like media is something to make you feel like, social media especially, like you get the clicks and views by triggering people, and people will literally like try to rage bait you just to get the clicks and the views and stuff. They'll say incorrect things that they know is incorrect, or they know will piss people off because they know it'll get the clicks, they know it'll get the comments, and it fucking works. And it's just crazy because it's like so archonic. So they've mastered the system of the farm. And it's at a point where it's like, man, like it's a little ridiculous. Like we gotta put a stop to this somehow. Like, it's just so wrong. That's really it though. Like I don't know how to fight them or like what to do, but I want to do that too. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments.